So let's do Don's team. So Don, don't take it personal, man. We rank hard here, man.
I told you I'm a rookie at drafting Superflex,
right,
so I'll take it. I'll take
right.
it. Whatever I get
CD,
this time, I bet y'all better it the next time.
right. CD Lamb 101. I'm not mad at that. He could be the number one overall receiver in the last 8 games. He was the number one overall player. I think he was the number one overall player the last 7 games of the season. Devon A. Chain in the second round. I love that. I wanted to get him. That boom is crazy. You got 2 boom guys who can go for 40 points in any given week. Great job. Drake London in the 3rd round. That's a good pick. Rashad White.
Yep.
DK Metcalf, you killing it, bro. Even though you ain't got any quarterbacks yet, you still, I love your positional players. Evan Ingram in the 6th. Me and Harabi always say, guys, whenever you pick Evan Ingram, we can't deduct you from that. This is a top 5 guy the last, 2 to 3 years? So Evan Ingram has been killing it. Doomsday. Man, I'm hard on rookies. I just don't know. I don't know who the number one is. I don't see a Doomsday just coming out and being better than DJ Moore. Keenan Allen is good. You got to hit him with underneath targets. You traded for him. I think a Doomsday could be a 4th quadrant player, but since you got him as your 4th wide receiver, I'm not going to be too hard on you. I think you can let him develop, and then he could be a top 5, 4th quadrant guy. Caleb Williams in the 8th. Hey, I like that strategy. You went and got all of the studs at other positions, and then you went with a rookie quarterback who's got a lot of upside. Javonte Williams in the 9th. That's so all these kind of picks that don't really matter if they don't hit. So I like Javonte Williams. You got Blake Corum in the 10th. That's solid. Your worst pick on the board to me is TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm gonna take it down to a B+, bro. You killed it. And listen, you didn't have a quarterback, but just because of the way you're doing it, you can always stream a quarterback off waivers. You could pick up somebody have a good week. You could pick them up. You could get Gardner Minshew. Okay. So I was gonna still give you a good grade, but I took you down from an A- to a B+ because you got TJ Hawkinson.
Okay.
How do you feel, Harambe?
I think with Ingram there, like some people would say that's a reach for a tight end, but it's not. He had over 100 catches and over 1,000 yards. If you could get the touchdowns up, he's already a top 5. Maybe you could sneak up top 4, top 3. I don't know if it's going to happen this year. It could. I do like him, especially as a later ADP. I don't like Hawkinson as the last pick, bro. I felt like you could have taken just another quarterback there. Right. But other than that, I like every other player. Doomsday, I feel kind of the same way, but they drafted him to, pair with a rookie quarterback. I think he's going to be involved early and often. Keenan's not finishing the season. It's just not going to happen. Williams, he's still young. Like, it seems like he's been in the league forever, but he hasn't. He's still pretty young for a running back. Maybe he's, a year out from his injury. He's healed better, more familiar with Peyton's system. I could see him being a good target for like a 0 RB, like a good RB2. And then I do like Blake Corum a lot, especially where you drafted him. And I think he's going to get a lot of run this year as well. So if you would have taken like a QB instead of Hawkinson, I would have probably give you like a B+ for your first super flex, but I would give it just a B. I would give it a B. Like, I think your team could carry. I just don't like the last pick.
Right. Good. Well, let me see. Yeah, so we got a B. We got a B+. Let me see. CHB suggested chime in. I like his team for the future, but I do agree. I would have taken another quarterback. Facts. I would have too. So CHB saying a B. Let me see. And Aaron was saying, I'm clearing it up. I was saying give Zach an A. Okay. And Aaron says B. I gave it a B+, guys. Y'all making me think that I overrate, but because, CD Lamb, A-Chain.
Yep.
London White, DK. Then Evan Ingram. Then Doomsday, I wasn't that big, but then he got Caleb Williams. That is some type of stat. Javonte Williams as your 3rd running back, he probably going to get goal line carries in the beginning of the season. The first game, he's getting the goal line carries.
Yep.
Blake Corum, that's a stash guy. You can't never drop him the whole season. I would have him on my team stash in case anything happens to Kyle. And he's probably going to get some carries before the end. Outside of Hop, I thought it was a good pick. I thought I would have said an A-, but I respect the B. I just want to make sure that I wasn't overgrading it.
Well, his team, the way his team is built too, is like those position players in the first 6 rounds.
Right.
That's gas right there. So that could compete. Right. And then like if you would have followed up with another QB instead of Hawkinson, man, this team would have competed with any other team easily.
I think so too.
I got you.
Good job, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yep. Siobhan said solid B. Position players will carry. Right. I'm just gonna give it a B. I think everybody said a B. I'm gonna give it a B. Okay.
Now, if Hawkinson comes back, you got a rookie quarterback, and Hawkinson was the tight end 1 for the first 4 or 5 weeks last year. That was with Kirk, though.
Right.
So I'm way harder on myself because so at the end, I was thinking I could get another quarterback. But
okay.
I don't know. I feel like Hawkinson may be probably a real good fit for the quarterback that's going to end up playing in Minnesota.
Yeah, right. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like if he's healthy too, that could, that's a PPR gold mine, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Just learn a little bit more.
It's better than a C+, bro. It's better than a C+.
Yeah. I feel you. But I say that because I can't. I gotta realize that I'm learning every day with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
No, like this is
right. I want to give you right. We all are hard on each other. That's why I like doing my team last, but I want to be fair.
Yeah, I appreciate you doing it. Yeah.
Right, because you always want to say, hey, I got an A. And my homeboy, I ain't killing him the road. He used to think all his teams were A pluses. And I get it.
Yeah.
Because we all kind of feel that when we do a decent draft. But you gotta always go low and then work your way up.
I felt like I did good at the top. It's just like the bottom I was kind of thinking, overthought it. Because in the beginning, I'm more of I go for value. If I feel like it's a good player, I get it.
Sure.
I don't think about it.
Right. Okay, so let's go and do my team. I will let Harambe go ahead and chop me up, bro. Pause.
All right, so you got potentially the number 1 player in fantasy football this year, CJ Stroud. Followed up with Devontae Adams. Then you got your baby Kelsey right there, McBride. You got Cooper Kupp. You got Kyler Murray, Ramondre Stevenson, Chris Godwin, Brian Thomas. That's Brian Thomas, right, Jaguar?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
Gus the Bus. Oh, so you took Gus the Bus. All right. Tajay Spears and Zach Charbonnet. Let's see here. So starting off again, we've touched on this. Starting off with Stroud in a super flex is money. It's already that's an A. Adams, hyper targeted wide receiver. I keep you at an A. McBride, does he get the same amount of targets this year with the rookie on the outside? Maybe, maybe not. I still have this as an A. Cooper Kupp, healthy in that offense. This is an A. Murray, stacked with McBride, you're still at an A. Ramondre, to me, is undervalued with his skill set, and I think he'll return PPR value like he did his first couple years in the league. I still have you at an A. Godwin is going to the slot. He's going to return great PPR value. Still at an A. Thomas, I'm bumping you down to the A- only because he's a rookie, but he could be the wide receiver 1. He's going to be more explosive, I believe, downfield and on the longer routes than Christian Kirk. Gus the Bus, where you got the starting Chargers running back, that's insane value. That's goal line for days. And in this, Harbaugh scheme, they're going to run it a lot. The only question with him is can he finish out the year? And if he can stay healthy the whole year, you're looking at probably a career year for this guy, I would think.
Yeah.
Tajay Spears. So Tajay Spears is not Derrick Henry. We know that. Is he better than Tony Pollard? I think you think he is, and then I kind of think Pollard's a little bit better for now, but it could reverse, and Spears could be the guy. He carries PPR value as well, and they'll rotate running backs, and they'll be passing way more in Tennessee this year, so that's a good value pick right there. And then you followed up with Charbonnet. So, again, a running back 2 who could finish as the running back 1. And he, in my opinion, he has a better skill set than Kenneth Walker. So, man, I'm gonna bump you down to a B+ TD.
Right.
For Spears and for Thomas. Thomas, the rookie, Spears. I didn't like how you took 3 running backs right there, but I did notice you only had the 1 running back in Ramondre.
Right.
But this, I mean, how do you feel about it, TD? Do you think this is an A team or like a B team?
I think it's a B+ team. I didn't want. I thought I was killing it up into Gus Edwards and then Tajay Spears and Zach Charbonnet. I got sniped. I wanted a little bit better value there. I would have loved to took Tajay Spears last.
Right.
And I didn't want Zach Charbonnet, and that's why the clock came on. I couldn't find a better pick. I wanted Zeke or Elliott. If I'd have got Zeke Elliott, what would you have said instead of Charbonnet?
I would have probably said it was an A- to an A.
Right, and RG got me. So that was it. But my last 2 picks are not great picks. But it was
could tell
I started stacking.
Yeah, and I'm going up the list of players here that you drafted, and I could tell where you went off the strategy a little bit with the last 2 rounds right there.
Right.
Yeah, man. It's a good team. It's a really good team.
Right. What do you feel about it, Darren?
I'll say a B+ too, but I like Thomas. I mean Brian Thomas with Jacksonville. Yeah, I like his upside just with his skill set. I think he'll be.
I think that's the wide receiver 1 by the end of the year.
Yeah, I think he could be the man down there.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's hard not to give you an A though, but
it is.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is.
You got to nitpick not to give it an A.
Right, and that's what we try to do here. Like I said, I don't think it's an A team. Usually I say, I think this team is an A-. It's a B+ team. Like I said, Tajay Spears is good. I mean, this team easily I could win the league with it, but we're just talking about as in picks right now. Charbonnet, I would love to get him as a bench player. I wouldn't want to get him in my starting lineup, right? Yeah. This is still starting guys. So yeah. But I got sniped. And then I also took, you want to nitpick a little bit? I took Stroud a little bit early where I could have waited on quarterback because you see Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence and Kirk Cousins are down here at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
When I see that, I'm like, but I didn't know what was going to happen on the board. So I just wanted to get Stroud because I believe in him. But knowing that, I could have waited late and I could have got guys like Goff and stuff like that, or even Herbert. And then maybe got better. I would have had a better position players for my last 3 to 4 picks.
I was looking at Adams and Kupp as well, and like those are Kupp, especially if he's healthy, it's boom and it's PPR value. Adams carries still some decent boom, still some decent PPR, but like I'm starting to get in my head with Adams now, T. Like I'm starting to fade him and maybe like target White later on because they're gonna run the shit out of the ball, dude.
Yeah.
Right. So, they are.
Yeah, and that I knocked it down a little because of that too, because I felt like I maybe would have taken a different guy in the second round. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe I'm reaching a bit.
No, you're not. I see exactly what you're saying. The only reason why I'm okay with Adams now, man, once I see what they did with Zamir, I think Adams is gonna get a lot of one-on-one coverage, and I think he got the whole wide receiver crew to himself. So I think that's gonna leave him at like some top 5 value because I don't think they're gonna have a lot of competition, and it's gonna be a run predominantly offense, which I don't think you're gonna be able to double team them.
What I think's gonna happen, and this is speculation. They're obviously they want to run the ball. I think they're gonna feature the tight ends early to get better one-on-one scenarios for Adams because if they target Adams early out of the gate and like nothing's happening, he's gonna get frustrated. It's not gonna be good for the offense. So like I would expect maybe a slow start this year for Adams for the first couple games.
I don't think you said anything wrong. I can see that. But I can also see like teams trying to stop that run game and he killing you on the outside because he's getting one coverage because of the way you're gonna have to play. You're gonna have to bring 8 men in the box to stop this team.
Yep. Oh, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yes. Okay. So let's go right now. We got Zach's Seaman, and we got Aaron Holloway and Sammy, which is Harambe, as the 3 top teams. So let's start off since Aaron got the best. Since Zach got the best grade, let's do Harambe and Aaron.
Well, didn't those guys get A's?
A-. Zach, yeah. Aaron Holloway and Zach did, but you had the next highest grade at B+.
Okay.
And RG did too. So I just like people to come back to it and just to make sure.
Okay, yeah, like a double take.
Yeah, just to double take, just to go through and clean up everything.
Okay, right
on. So I guess we'll look at Sammy and RG. Let's look at Sammy and RG. Which team y'all think is better, Sammy or RG?
One sec.
I think
I like mine personally. I like mine a little bit more.
I like yours a little bit more too, just to be honest. I like Richardson.
Yeah. I like his first. I like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like his first 5 picks. But when you get down here, you kill him with Jackson Smith and Jigba and Austin Eckler. Only pick he's beating you down here is with Ezekiel Elliott over Komet. Other than that, you killed him in the middle right here with T. Higgins and Kirk. I like Kirk over T. Higgins.
Yeah.
I like Tua over Terry McLaurin, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Tony Pollard, Austin Eckler, and Ford. These are 2 guys who's gonna, depending on what happens with health and stuff, they're gonna be right there in it. And when they could be starting running backs and top 5 running backs any week of the season. I would say I would give it to you. I'll give it to you too. Aaron said Sammy. Okay. So let's do Sammy and Aaron Holloway.
Kelsey, Smitty. Who's the second quarterback? I can't see it.
Will Levis.
Ooh, I don't know.
I think I like mine. I like my receivers more.
Yeah, I do.
He's got Bijan. That's better than my running backs, but
right.
I do like his running backs.
I like my quarterbacks more.
Definitely.
What do you guys think?
It's close, man. I'm trying to look at what's gonna make the difference. So I look at the quarterbacks. I think you beat them on quarterbacks.
Yeah. Only thing
I think it's a tie. I think it's a tie. I could be biased. I think it's a tie on running backs. So that makes you up there because you took your running backs later. But when you got Derrick Henry and James Cook with the offenses that they own, I think they're gonna eat.
Right.
I might give him a slight lead on that because he got Bijan and Colin, both of them. I guess over James Cook, I guess I'll give him a slight lead. Maury Cooper, Christian Kirk, Tyreek Hill. You beat him with Tyreek Hill with the wide receivers. Tight end, he got Kelsey. So he got Kelsey. Then he got Zach Moss, which is just as good as Austin Eckler and Jerome Ford because he's gonna get goal line carries. You would think. Jahan Dotson as the number 2 wide receiver. Then likely, I was slightly, and that's what the grade says. The grade says B+ for you, and also it says A- for him. So I think it's A- his way. How do you feel about that, Don?
I'd say the only difference is him getting Clement at the end. I gotta give it to him likely over Clement. That's
right. Yeah,
that's how close it is.
Right.
Yeah. So
I'd agree.
Siobhan said it's close, but I like the other team, Harami. Tight end out. Do your team. Right.
Yeah, it's tight end. Yeah.
Yeah, I gave him an A.
Yeah, I did too. I gave him an A minus. So and then I think he ended up getting an A minus. So it's right now it's between Aaron Holloway and Zach. Aaron Holloway and Zach.
Ooh.
I hate to say it. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Zach.
Yeah.
Zach's team.
Zach's team is killer.
Yeah, Zach won.
Great
job, Zach.
That last pick is just
that's gonna
love
that may be a surprise league winner.
Right. Yeah, we ain't had an A team in a long time. That might we ain't never had an A+ team, have we?
Nope.
No, and I
think
think
we rarely have A's. We usually have
right. We barely have A's. I think we had
first thing
maybe 3 A teams.
I love that team, man.
Zach,
that's one of my favorite teams that you've drafted on these mocks.
Right. Yeah.
I love where he took White. That run from Love, Flowers, White, Goff, Ferguson, Hopkins, all the way to the end. That run is just amazing.
It is.
Yeah, it is. From top to bottom, really.
I don't know how the hell he got Flowers there at the end of the fourth. Like, come on.
Right.
Why didn't
me and you, Harami, is high on Flowers. A lot of people don't believe in Flowers like that.
I like him a lot myself.
Zay Flowers was the league winner for people last year.
Yes.
Right.
He's the only guy in my title game who showed up.
Yeah.
And he's boom. Like, and that's the first year of that newer offense. And then you bring in Henry, and if he gets going and you gotta stop the run, like, you know how friggin' fast Zay Flowers is, right? That dude's
come on now.
His boom
that's like a Tyreek Hill type player. He's not Tyreek Hill. He's not even on his level, but he's hard to scheme for like a Tyreek Hill style of player would be.
Yeah. Right. Right. You got to worry about Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Come on now.
Yeah.
And Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely and all these, like, man, they got a plenty of weapons, but he's going to me, of all those weapons, he's the main guy. That's why I love him this year.
Yes. And Beckham is gone. Bateman will be healthy, but can Bateman stay healthy? And if he doesn't, knock on wood. But that guy he's a chunk plays player. He catches a 50, 60-yard bomb, gets a touchdown, gets another touchdown. Like, this is a guy who could do 20 to 40 points a week.
Right.
Easy.
Facts.
I love Zay Flowers, and I still feel a lot of GMs don't value him as high as he should be.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Great job, Zach.
Yep. So, Zach, you know what to do. Hit me up at FantasyGoodeSports@gmail.com and send me your Cash App or PayPal, and I will send you that $5, bro. Great job. So, guys, before we get out of here, you want to say anything, Don?
Hey, yeah, man, I appreciate you letting me on for the first time, and y'all check me out at Doomsday Corner Sports on YouTube.
Yes. Okay. Can you post your link in the comment section?
I certainly will, my man.
Yep. That way we can all follow you.
I'll subscribe.
And I will give you a subscribe, because I don't think I subscribed to your channel, man. It's the first time me hearing about it.
Yeah, I just started back. I had some loved one to pass, so
okay.
I'm just getting back into it right at fantasy time.
Right.
It's perfect time. Like I said, my wife gave me the confidence to jump on tonight. It's my first time live.
Yes, sir.
Throwing it in
Appreciate
the chat right now. So I'm probably gonna be doing mock drafts every Friday night online.
Okay,
live.
let me know about it, man. You got my Gmail. Send everything to my Gmail, bro. That way, because I be so busy, I might forget. But if I got it on my Gmail, that way I'll be able to come on. What time on Fridays?
I hadn't decided yet. Like I said, I'm a little bit older, so I'll go to sleep soon.
Right.
I might be in the bed in a little bit after we get off this live. So.
Right, me too. I gotta go to work in the morning too, bro.
Yeah, I gotta get up and go get it.
Right. What about you, Harami? Anything you want to say, bro?
No, man. Obviously, I love doing this. I love being here, with the community, with you guys, and chopping it up. And next week, looking forward to doing some fantasy after dark. Right?
Right. Yes, sir. Make sure y'all tune in at 10 o'clock Eastern time.
I would definitely be here.
Yeah, and I'll go find your channel, Don.
All right, man.
Hey, are you a Padres fan?
Yeah, I played for the Padres actually.
Did you?
Whoa! I live in San
played
Diego.
Runners for 5 years.
I think, you know what? You told me this last year, didn't you?
Not, I don't know. I may have.
You said you played professional baseball, and I think we started talking about some players. I had a couple. When did you? So I got a couple of cousins that played AAA ball, and I had another cousin who was going to play, but he got in a bad wreck. Real quick before we get out of here, his name was Dobie Swepson. He went to Lewisburg, coming up for out of North Carolina.
From
I think
North
he was
Carolina.
drafted by the Braves.
Interesting. Well, I'm from South Carolina, so
Okay.
I actually went to school with probably about 6 guys that got drafted. We all played on the same team. So
wow.
Yeah, two of us made it to the big leagues. A couple of my good friends, I played in the minors with Derek Lee and Homer Bush. A couple of my good friends. But as far as baseball, yeah, I'm like I said, I'm an older guy. I played in the 90s.
Yeah, that's what my cousins played.
Yeah. But
we played in the early
90s.
You played at the Q.
Yeah, his name is my other cousin. His name is Joseph Atwater. Yeah, he was in minor leagues, man. He had a .97 ERA his first 7 games before he tore his rotator cuff, and he never was the same after that. But he played for the New York Mets. He was playing with the Mets when they won it. I think when what was it, Darryl Strawberry, all them was there in the majors. But he was in the double. He was at AA, and he was killing it. You can look him up, type him in. You will see his kill it. He was killing it with his ERA. I'm trying to think. And also a friend of mine, he's played. It ain't been that long ago. His name is Dave Chappelle from North Carolina. Yeah, he played.
The 2 guys that made it to the big leagues where I'm from, Danny Clyburn, he passed away. He was my first cousin. And Pep Harris, he played in the big leagues too, and he was my cousin too. Like I said, we all played on the same high school team.
Right.
Like I said, it was like 6 of us that got drafted, and 3 or 4 of us. We had a first rounder before that, Earl Cunningham. He got drafted. He was maybe a couple picks before or after Frank Thomas.
Right. What position did you play, Don?
I was a pitcher. I had Tommy John.
Okay.
Yeah, in the 90s, and like you said, I wasn't quite the same anymore after that. So
right, that same thing. My cousin was left-handed. He threw about 93, and then after that, he threw like 89. And he said he had to take a pill every time he pitched. Did you have to take a pill?
No, not a pill. No.
Okay.
After
he said
that,
if he didn't take the pill, his arm would start hurting.
Yeah, I kind of made a clean break with it. I still had a little bit of stuff to do. So
right,
and time, and I didn't really want to be chasing baseball all my life. So I just my wife likes to say I quit early.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man. I'm gonna be doing some fantasy baseball as my channel grow, man. I would love to bring you up, man. Maybe we can do some content together, and I can come on your channel. And we can do content together.
That would be amazing, dude. For real.
Yep.
Yeah. This is what I've been looking for. I appreciate it, my man.
Yeah. Anytime, bro.
All
right, guys. Y'all be safe. I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Later, fellas.
Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say this shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. So let's talk some business.